To some breaking news now. eNCA, we've been barred from entering the hall where Minister Bathabile Dlamini has been launching her 16 Days of Activism campaign. Now, the minister arrived a short while ago and instructed our team not to take any footage of her, saying she was offended that our camera person was pointing a camera at her. Her communications team that she'd said she'd instructed them that the minister would only speak to the SABC because they know the parameters. Our reporter, Tuba Villani, joins us now live. Tuba, just maybe explain in a little bit more detail what happened with the minister there.
Thank you so much, Peter. We're still here in Mthonjaneni, where just behind me is the hall where the event, the launch of 16 Days of Activism is taking place. We arrived here around 9 in the morning and we were told that the minister was still engaged in other activities. And throughout that time, we've been communicating with her staff, and then we requested that if it's possible that we can have the interview before the minister comes to the hall. And then we all agreed. But when the minister came, it was only when our camera guy, Bongam Kize, was taking cutaways of the minister while she was walking to the hall coming towards us. That's when the minister stopped and came to us and told us that she doesn't want Bonga to film her, and then she feels that she's being abused because she's a woman. While we were busy talking to the minister, a lady that has been described as the chief of staff came in as well and saying that what we are doing is not right. The minister is only going to speak to the SABC, and then she ordered us to leave.
So, Tuba, is the actual launch taking place inside this hall as we speak now?
The launch is taking place a few seconds ago because we could even hear people talking from inside. It was testimonies from people, from the women around this area. So the launch is actually taking place, but as we are speaking to you, we're outside. We can't go into the hall.
Now, Tuba, obviously the minister has been under fire quite heavily over the past few months. Rumours that she might well be part of the cabinet, Cyril Ramaphosa's cabinet reshuffle. Such an important time in our country, the 16 Days of Activism. Is there a concern that her ministerial capabilities are going to overshadow the 16 Days of Activism?
What we were hoping that we will get from the minister is just the highlight of the event, of the activities that her department is going to be involved in throughout these 16 days. We know that the launch, they are saying that is taking out in this place because there's been an increase of this kind of abuse or violence in KwaZulu-Natal. But it looks like the minister was not thinking about this event that is taking place here, because when we spoke to the communication people, they told us that the minister had a media briefing in Pretoria yesterday where some of our media colleagues asked the minister about the ruling, the constitutional court ruling, and that asking her, they asked them that doesn't she think that she should also resign after the ruling? And the suggestion that we know that there's been reports from the widespread community saying that the minister was supposed to be among those that President Cyril Ramaphosa reshuffled.
I guess, you look at it globally at the moment, we see all the likes of Donald Trump, taking a card away from a CNN journalist. I mean, is this a case of just trying to get a comment from her? She's got to understand that the media are going to be at a launch like this. What was her actual explanation?
We didn't even get a chance to talk to the minister. While my colleague Bonga was trying to get her walking towards us, she just stopped, and then she came to us and she told us that she's not comfortable. She doesn't want him to film her, so she doesn't want her pointing the camera at her. So we couldn't even get a chance of talking to her. But when after all this event has taken place, we tried to get someone from the department that we can speak to so that they can explain the whole scenario of what happened. But we couldn't get anyone. They told us that for now there isn't any senior person from the department that is going to be able to talk and explain what has taken place.
Tuba, is the minister still there? She's still busy with her engagements, or has she left?
The minister is still here. I understand that according to the program, she's the last on the to speak on the program. So we expect that she's still going to speak before this event ends.
And what kind of support, or what kind of how the people received her there?
I can say, Peter, the hall, since we arrived in the morning, the hall is packed to capacity. We have seen a number of people coming to attend this event. And when we spoke, because we ended up speaking to the MEC of Social Development in the province, Weziwe Tusi, who told us that in the province, they are also having a number of activities that involves the dialogues with males as well as the women, encouraging women to come out and speak against any kind of abuse, saying that just before the campaign ends, this 16 days campaign ends, they will be launching a number, they will be introducing a number that anyone can use to report any kind of abuse, so that it will be easy for police or for any official to immediately intervene.
Well, Tuba, I know we're going to try and get back to you. Maybe we can try and get the minister as she comes out, seeing as though we're not allowed to go in. Hopefully we're not going to be going anywhere. We're going to try and stick with this story, but we'll come back to you in a short while. Tuba Bathabile, they're live in KwaZulu-Natal. Well, no fear, no favour.